you told us we should be perhaps prepared for a little pullback. Did we already see that pullback, or are there more to come?
Well, so, I mean, if you think about the data we saw this morning, if we had seen that data 6 months ago, the markets would be plunging. Okay, jobless claims breaking out of a multi-year sort of sideways channel, and hot inflation data, and so in our mind, there's still a likelihood that you're going to get a pullback. And frankly, every great bull market, and this is a great AI-driven bull market, which we think ultimately goes to 77.50 by the end of next year. But every one of these great bull markets tend to have moments that try and get investors to get off the ride, and we think there's still a possibility you get that before now and year end, but we'd use that as a buying opportunity.
Buy the dip. Well, Julian, I'm going to blow your mind right now, because for the last 2 years I have had this little note on my desk, literally August the 6th, 2023, where you put out a note on generative AI, and you said within 5 years, your base case was that there will be 67% AI adoption. We're just 2 years in, and would you say we're on track to meet your forecast?
We're absolutely on track. I mean, all credit to my team who developed the adoption curve those several years ago. We're really on track, and in fact, what we've seen anecdotally and the difference this year and why the rally has been so relentless off of that April low is that companies across industries are talking not only about how they use AI to control costs, but to drive revenue. And that's different and that's bigger. Yeah.
And Julian, I have to ask you, because we have seen just a couple of stocks take most of the buying, let's say, or see most of the buying through this, Nvidia being one of the very large ones. But are you seeing just a little bit of rotation into other AI and AI adjacent stocks in the last few weeks?
Well, you are, but actually when you take the backdrop of it and you think about this bull market in the context of the late 1990s, what's remarkable about it is that market breadth in the late 1990s was actually poor. It was sort of all technology all the time. And in fact, when you look at the advanced declines today, they have been going up in lockstep with the averages, which tells you it may not be as headline fascinating as we are by the Mag 7, but the vast majority of stocks are also participating.